Singapore is renowned for its world-class education system. But this reputation comes at the cost of immense stress and pressure for both students and parents. In the light of this, some families opt for an alternative approach. They choose to homeschool their children, prioritizing life skills over academic performance. They believe that a successful life is not solely measured by school grades. At 9:30 a.m. on a Wednesday morning, 6 children and their mother gather around a table in their home, reading books. This sight is somewhat uncommon, given that most children are typically at school by this hour. This is a family of Dan and Sue Ong, who have 6 children. Asher, 17, Abigail, 15, Isaac, 13, Isaiah, 11, Magdalena, 7.5, and Michaela, 4.5. They've all been homeschooled since birth. Homeschooling is legally recognised in Singapore, with the government establishing guidelines that require adherence to a prescribed curriculum. From Sue's perspective, homeschooling is a way for parents to impart knowledge while mitigating potential risks, granting them the ability to shape their children's development according to their own ideals. The Ong family's decision to homeschool was, however, inspired by the church they regularly attend.
We come from a church that has several homeschooling families. So before Dan and I got married, we've already been observing other families, and we thought that, hey, it's quite doable, it's quite possible. So for us, we really enjoy being able to use the Bible as our core curriculum, and teach our children from there, and also to be able to impart our ways of life to our children.
Homeschooling offers a reprieve from the early morning rush and traffic congestion. In this house, homeschooling activities usually begin around 9 a.m. After breakfast, the children disperse to different corners of the house, embarking on their individual learning experiences through books and educational materials carefully curated by Sue to match their interests and learning styles.
We empower the children to take on their learning by themselves. So there's a lot of self-directed learning. That's through our booklets, the curriculum that they're on does the instruction. So I'm just like a supervisor.
Isaac, the third child, is currently learning English through video calls with an American teacher. Sue explains that Isaac has been diagnosed with mild dyslexia, a reading disorder that can cause difficulties with spelling and reading due to perceiving letters or words as scrambled or reversed. This transition to video-based learning has proven to be the most effective approach for Isaac.
Previously, before I got onto this curriculum of video school, when I was doing the other curriculum, which is ACE, all book stuff, all reading, I did not like that. So I feel that I was more distracted and didn't finish my work with that than this. So it also comes down to liking your work, because sometimes parents say that you don't like it, you still have to do it. But it really does make a difference if you like your work and if you don't.
Mm-hmm.
Homeschooling is an ongoing experiment that requires continuous adjustment according to the needs of the children and the family as a whole. The family's homeschooling journey started with Asher, the eldest boy, who expresses his fondness for it. He mentions that this learning style hasn't made him feel any different from other children his age.
No, I don't feel that there's a difference. I don't feel like there's like a class, like I'm below them or above them. So it really has to do a lot with the community that that the family is in. So for us, we have a church. So other people in our church they also homeschool, and we are all like really so-called accepting.
Whether attending school or being homeschooled, all children in Singapore must pass the Primary School Leaving Examination, or PSLE, a standardized test that every primary school student must take to advance to secondary education. Despite failing to pass the PSLE at his first attempt, he didn't feel embarrassed or disappointed at all.
One also has to learn how to fail in life, right? The experience of failure and picking yourself up after failure really shaped me as a person, learning how to deal with problems, dealing with failure, yeah, and just moving on with life. The grades don't define who I am. It doesn't say I only can do that much. I only can score that much. I'm only that good at maths. I see like grades and academics from a perspective as when I take exams, is that it shows me how good I am and how I can improve. I don't want to compare with other people.
Asher says that the greatest benefit of homeschooling is the freedom from comparison to others and the ability to eschew societal norms, both in terms of academic achievement and future aspirations.
Sometimes compared to my peers, some of them, they don't really know what they want to do. Even after they do their exams already, they've been in school for a while already, but they don't know what they want to do.
Get a good grade.
Yeah, they only focus on getting the grade, but they don't know what they want to do with their life. So for me, I kind of like I'm really like convinced that I want to be a graphic designer and to be like in the kind of industry.
The homeschooling journey of this teenager is coming to an end, as he plans to enrol at a college within the conventional education system. Surely it is considered a challenge, but not a major issue for Asher, because typically, when he's free from his homeschooling, he takes on part-time jobs to practice socializing and working with others in society. In Singapore, homeschooling must adhere to government regulations regarding the curriculum. Mathematics, science, English and mother tongue languages are compulsory subjects which must be taught. Upon reaching the age of 12, these children will take the PSLE in these subjects to assess their performance at the primary level. The PSLE holds immense significance for students in Singapore because it acts as a pivotal factor in determining their eligibility for secondary education.
We started collaborating with other homeschoolers, and we had a mock exam, as in we pretend that it's the real thing. So we had other families bring their children who are preparing for PSLE also. Yeah, we did that like a month or two before the actual exam, so that our kids get an experience of how it would be like.
You like learning Chinese? No. Can you tell your mom? What would she say? What would she say if you said you don't like it?
It's okay.
But you have to do it because it's good for you, right?
And there's PSLE.
Oh, for PSLE.
The exam results determine whether students can advance to secondary school or not. Failing the exam necessitates retaking Primary 6 for another year. Nevertheless, the greatest pressure arises from the desire to score highly, to enhance opportunities for admission to reputable secondary schools. For Singaporeans, mathematics plays a fundamental role in equipping citizens with analytical and problem-solving skills. It helps people resolve issues systematically and logically. This emphasis on maths education not only fosters competitiveness among children, but also among the adults who care for their children, resulting in the establishment of maths tutoring centres for parents.
The Ministry of Education find that if my students or the students learn how to solve problem sums out of the box kind of concept, means heuristic skills, from young, they are going to grow up to be better problem solvers in the society in the future. The government make it so difficult. It actually increases the difficulty of the questions or the importance of PSLE or mathematics already, that the students have to catch up. They cannot do anything but catch up with the system.
Due to the high-stakes competition, the demand for tutoring classes for parents has been increasing.
Alright, for parent classes vary from actually $257, that's for the lower primary range, per month.
Per month?
Yes. And all the way until $377 per month. They are willing to invest in themselves because they not only have a child in family, they might have a few children. So they see the need. If I upgrade myself, then I can have all the knowledge, I can impart it to my other children.
While waiting for parents to attend the class, we'd like to explore some mathematics exam questions from the PSLE, designed for 12-year-old children.
Okay?
So imagine I have 12 years old kid.
Alright, so let's try Maybe the first question. This is
What
basic.
does the digit 9 in 7.698 stand for? Oh my god.
This is basic, where it will test on the basic understanding of decimals. This is decimal.
What does the digit 9 in 7... Oh! Hang on.
She's getting it.
10. No.
Very
Good.
Wait. Good. Okay.
I get it right?
So you say it's 10.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So this 7 is ones, right? And after the ones is tens place. After the tens is 100. So it's 900.
So I fail.
Yeah. First question.
When the parents arrive, the class begins, and the tutor encourages them to solve a mathematical question. Rudy, Sam, and Ted had 162 stickers altogether. Rudy gave 3/10 of his stickers to Sam, and 1/4 of his stickers to Ted. After that, all 3 boys had the same number of stickers. So, the question is, who had more stickers at first, Sam or Ted, and how many more? 5 minutes are given to answer this question, which is the same duration that students have when sitting the PSLE.
I'm so stupid. Maybe you should take the class here.
If you want to see more great content from all over the world, please like the video, subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon. Thank you.
When time runs out, the parents remain unable to answer the question, including us.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Are you sure this is for 11, 12 years old?
This is for the 12 years old, the P6. And this is actually from last year's 2016 PSLE Maths paper. So this is for the 12 years old.
This situation reflects a shift in the mathematics curriculum, making it different and more difficult than the parents experienced at school. Osman Marikan, one of the parents who attended the class today, has a daughter who is currently in 5th grade. He enrolled in this class last year because his daughter struggles with mathematics, a subject that increases the stress and pressure on her.
Those days, the education syllabus is totally different from what we are today. Those days you go to school, you come back to school, and you self-learning, you can get a mark there. But now you can't. It's hard to cope. It's different. What I'm learning and what they're learning is different things. So if I'm going to learn my way, the way that I've been taught, and she's going to learn a different way in the school, is going to get confused.
While attending extra classes after work might be tiring, due to the necessity to understand and learn techniques to teach the children at home, Osman explains that it's an investment in the future and a way of easing the pressure on their children.
It's good for the future of the kids. That's what we are looking at living in Singapore. Right? Like in Singapore, everywhere they use a paper. Right? You want to apply a job, you need a good paper to have a good job. If you don't have a paper, that's it. So the investment is good for the futures of the kid.
Many children face the stress and pressure from educational demands. But organisations like the Children at Risk Empowerment Association, or CARE, are stepping up to help. CARE provides guidance and support to at-risk students. Today, we meet with Lena Teo, their Deputy Director, to learn more about their work.
Actually, in terms of stress level, is on the rise, especially when it comes to mental health issues in Singapore. There was a recent survey done in 2015, and I think it shows that about 50% of the students say that their stressors come from school system.
The stress of study is not the only issue with which children have to deal. Being teased or bullied, whether due to physical appearance or academic performance, are other common problems. One of the most widely known school bullying cases is Azida, a petite and skinny girl whose appearance is caused by her rheumatoid arthritis. She has a weak constitution, which impacts her ability to learn effectively. Comparing herself to other students, she feels stressed and pressured. Consequently, Azida became isolated and felt different from her peers. She often ate lunch alone in the school lavatory. Additionally, she struggled to speak audibly when interacting with others and required therapy to address this issue.
I asked her, I said, Azida, what's your dream, you know? And when she could talk a little bit, when she had the confidence built up, she says her dream was to be a singer. So I told her, I said, wow, that's a beautiful dream you have. And you can make that a goal, you know. Then she doesn't know what is that. She was 13 and I said that, and I know you can be a singer. You can be a wonderful singer.
Say what you want to say.
Now, Azida has graduated and achieved success as a vocal harmonizer, a dream she never thought could come true. When traditional schooling becomes overly stressful, some contemplate whether homeschooling might be a better option for their children.
You are getting the kid to compete against themselves. So that will remove a little bit of the stressors as compared to in the school system. However, the con is that you are also depriving the kid of social interactions in the school system, because in the real world you need to interact with people, right? So I guess there needs to be a certain level of balance.
In 2017, a report indicated that approximately 500 families in Singapore were homeschooling their offspring. Though this is not a large number, it is gradually increasing. It is observed that families who are homeschooling are often deeply connected to their religious beliefs and communities, as in the case of the Ong family. This may shed light on why they are unfazed by the primary drawback associated with homeschooling, which is the potential impact on the children's social and interpersonal skills. As lunchtime approaches, Sue and Abigail, the oldest daughter, are helping each other to make lumpia, Filipino-style fried spring rolls. Abigail watched a YouTube tutorial video on making them last night and felt inspired to give it a try.
Why do you laugh at me?
Sounds sweet.
So what are we cooking today, Abigail?
Spring rolls.
Spring roll. Have you ever done that before?
Nope. It's the first. Yes. But not the same. This is Filipino.
Filipino.
It's supposed to be. Yes, I don't know if it is.
So this is your first time you wanna try?
Yes.
You think it's gonna work?
Nope.
You can do that for you. Okay, okay.
Start at the corner.
Say please. Please.
Shortly after enjoying the lumpia prepared with everyone's help, the Chinese teacher arrives for Isaiah's intensive Chinese language lesson. Hiring a private tutor like this allows children to learn from native experts in areas where their parents lack expertise. When Isaiah's Chinese language class is over, it's time for relaxation and unwinding. An activity the children enjoy doing together is playing music. The sounds of the piano, flute and cello fill the house as they create a symphony of their own. As the day winds down, Michaela, a lively and cheerful 4.5-year-old, completes her colouring task with enthusiasm. Eager to share her joy, she invites her older siblings to go rollerblading in the park. With agility, she glides effortlessly on her rollerblades, earning well-deserved admiration. For Sue, the children's learning is not limited to the classroom at home. In mid-2015, the Ong family of 8 embarked on a worldwide adventure, with the United States as their ultimate destination. Over a span of 6 months, they drove from sea to shining sea, visiting 43 states on the way. At the beginning of the journey, Sue was concerned that the children would miss out on learning opportunities due to travelling, as they couldn't study according to the prescribed curriculum. It didn't take long, though, for her to realise that travelling provides an exceptional mobile classroom.
See, we went because we wanted to do this really amazing trip as a family. because we foresee that the time spent as a family is going to come to an end when Asher has to, stop his homeschooling and step out of the house to either be in the army or, be in the polytechnic. So we valued that time together, and this was like, a shared experience among the 8 of us. Yeah, so that was actually more important than school. But then, it was also very educational, super educational, yeah. We learned so much about geography, history, American culture. We learned so much. It's just very hard to distill what we learned, but we just learned a lot.
It remains unclear whether a conventional school-based education or homeschooling is more effective and suitable for the lifestyles of children and parents.
I cannot imagine sending my children to school, because I think when you've tasted freedom, you kind of don't want to be trapped in a system anymore. Yeah, I really enjoy the freedom and autonomy that I have, to decide what's best for my children.
It is, however, clearly evident that homeschooled children typically have more leisurely days, as this education approach emphasises playtime over strict study hours, providing a broader and more diverse scope of learning opportunities. While homeschooling may appear to be an ideal education system for both parents and children, its success relies heavily on the preparedness of the family and the unwavering dedication of the parents. Furthermore, comprehensive national policies are also crucial factors that encourage diverse and alternative educational approaches.